Good afternoon, everybody. It's Monday afternoon. It's November 18th. I'm Brian Baldy. This is the best football show. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. You can follow me on all the social media sites, X, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I'm out there at Baldy NFL. You can download this podcast wherever you get your pods. Download the Odyssey app for free and go watch this, like it, and subscribe to it. We're trying to grow it. So thank you for following and paying attention. I'm trying to get the sleep out of my eyes, everybody. I was in Pittsburgh yesterday for that showdown in the AFC North. It was quite a game, quite a day in Pittsburgh, right there at the confluence. I'm from Pittsburgh. It's always good to go back home. Didn't get back till late last night. But honestly, I was there down the field before the game. Saw Mike Tomlin before the game, talked to him for a while, talked to a lot of players, talked to TJ Watt, talked to some of the offensive linemen, Zach Frazier and Mac McCormick. Saw a bunch of the coaches and players. It was some atmosphere, just, letting these guys know that this game, to me, I know everybody has their rivalry that they love, and that's fine. But for me, and for what I do, this Steelers-Ravens rivalry is as good as it gets. I think it's better than everything. And honestly, the Steelers defense, once again, I mean, they are complete, really complete, all phases of it. Outside linebacker Alex Highsmith's down. Nick Herbig's up. Nick's been out for a while. He gets up on the second play of the game. He trails Derrick Henry into the hole and strips him of the ball. And first fumble that Derrick Henry lost all year. And who recovers? Deshaun Elliott. Deshaun Elliott was drafted by the Baltimore Ravens at the University of Texas, probably 6 or 7 years ago. He gets the fumble recovery. Not very soon after that, Patrick Queen strips of a ball carrier of the ball and recovers it before the half. And they go down to get a field goal. They were down 7-6 at the time. Patrick Queen, with less than a minute to go in the half, strips, Justice Hill, whoever it was, out of the ball. And he recovers his own fumble. And the Steelers go and kick a field goal. In fact, it was 6 field goals kicked by the Steelers. No touchdowns, 6 field goals kicked. And that was the difference in this game. But, then you look at the play, of the entire defense, whether it was Herbig, whether it's Preston Smith, Ogunjobi, Cam Hayward, TJ Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick playing free safety. Like, they all had their hands in this. They had 3 takeaways, right? And so that was the difference in this game. They had 3 takeaways. Marlon Humphrey got the one in the end zone to save a touchdown that really kept Baltimore in the game when it was 15-10. It looked like the Steelers were going to blow the Ravens out, and he intercepted a floater to the tight end, Washington, and he saved the day right there, kept him in the game. But really, I thought that they really hit Lamar Jackson. They chased Lamar Jackson. He had a couple plays. King Henry had one big run the whole day, but they kept him 65 yards rushing. He was averaging 112 a game. So they kept him 50-something yards under his average. And it was defense. It was really fantastic what they did. And credit to Steelers defense. They go to 8-2 right now. The Ravens at 7-4. They got a game-and-a-half lead. They got a short turnaround. They play Cleveland on Thursday night. Then Cincinnati. They play literally 4 straight division games. This was their first division game, and it was a big win at home. And the Terrible Towels were going crazy. They were there all game for it. They know exactly when to wave those towels and when to make the noise and when to stand up and all that kind of good stuff. But it was really something to be seen. And I thought both Patrick Queen, who's the honorary captain, played a great game. Again, back-to-back great games by Queen, speed at the linebacker. And then you can't really help but talk about the play of Peyton Wilson in the fourth quarter. 15-10 game. Lamar Jackson gets Justice Hill one-on-one against the rookie linebacker. And he's going down the field to him. And he turns around, the ball's right in Justice Hill's hands. Like, he's got it cradled in his chest. And as Peyton Wilson is going down, like, he strips the ball out of Justice Hill's hands and pulls it away from him before the play is dead. and he gets the interception, and he stops that drive. You can't not look at what Omar Khan and Andy Weidel are doing in the personnel department. Zach Frazier was dominant at center, second-round pick. Mac McCormick starting at right guard for him right now. Mason McCormick starting at right guard for him right now. I call him Mac as the Mac truck. But he's starting at right guard, fourth-round pick out of South Dakota State. Peyton Wilson, third-round pick, out of North Carolina State this year. Ran in the 4.4s, was the, Butkus Award winner at linebacker coming out of North Carolina State. Nick Herbig was a fourth-round pick out of Wisconsin. Like you look at Keanu Benton, who held up Justice Hill so that Patrick Queen could strip that ball out. These draft picks are all on the field, and they're all playing, and they're all contributing. It's really a credit to what they're doing in the personnel department in Pittsburgh, and one of the reasons why they're in first place right now, comfortably, with 7 games to go. So that's that. Let's go to Buffalo, because that was the other big game. There were a lot of big games, but you go up to Buffalo, and could the Bills slay the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs? Well, I got to tell you, I don't even know where to start. I mean, Josh Allen was incredible. His running, he led the Bills in rushing, touchdown runs, big runs. The Chiefs did a great job of shutting down, James Cook, although he scored 2 touchdown runs. I thought one of the big factors in the game was the play of the right guard, Osiris Torrance, who was matched up against Chris Jones, quite a deal in this game. In fact, I put out a 12-play breakdown of Osiris. I just call him Cyborg, of the Cyborg against Stone Cold Jones. He didn't get beat. I don't care what they say about pass rusher rate. Chris Jones won some one-on-ones on the other side against other guys. But when he was matched up against Osiris Torrance, he pressured the quarterback one time against him, and all the times he was matched up. And on that play, Josh Allen scrambled and stepped up in the pocket, made a play over the middle of the field. It was really the offensive line played really, really well. Kansas City is talented. They got the one interception by Chamari, but other than that, they took care of the football. They made the most of their plays, and of course, Josh Allen, finishes the game off with that scrambled touchdown run right behind Osiris Torrance. Really good job of coaching all day long. And I thought Buffalo Bills defense, I thought they pressured Patrick Mahomes a great deal. I thought they would, but whether it was Rousseau, Epinesa, Von Miller, I thought they got a lot of pressure on Patrick. They could not get the big play down the field like they had been getting. I thought they really limited the big plays in the game. They shut down the running attack of Kareem Hunt. And so they really limited Kansas City and won a 30-21 game, fair and square. We know that it's all about the postseason. We've seen Josh Allen and Buffalo beat Kansas City in Kansas City during the regular season, have not been able to beat them in the postseason. But Buffalo goes to 9-2. They're running away with the AFC East. They're a game behind the Kansas City Chiefs right now. All right, they have the AFC East locked up, and really it's a credit to the overall coaching of what they have been able to do. I thought that everybody contributed. The linebackers, Terrell Bernard obviously had the interception at the end, and Dorian Williams, Ed Oliver. I thought they all played well. Taylor Rapp got the interception, 2 interceptions of Patrick Mahomes. One, of course, at the very end of the game, where it's 4th and 13 and Mahomes just making a play. But overall, just a really good performance in Buffalo's offense. They put up 30 points. They're without a lot of players. No Dalton Kincaid, no Keon, Coleman. They're without some of their stars, and some of their starters didn't make a difference. Josh Allen was the difference. Let's go to MetLife Stadium, where the Colts come from behind to beat the New York Jets and basically eliminate the Jets. And let's face it, the Jets were just god-awful to start this game. In fact, where did I put that? They gained 19 yards on their first 16 plays. The Jets gained 19 total yards on the first 16 plays, and we're down 13-0. Now, they came out of the hole. They got a touchdown, Breece Hall scored, and then they got a turnover. They scored again. They went up 14-13. The Colts took the lead 16-14. Jets went down, kicked a field goal 17-16. Scored again to go up 24-16. And then Anthony Richardson, like the talent. Look, I admit I was wrong. I said 3 weeks ago that the Colts should play Joe Flacco. And maybe it was right at that time, against Carolina. We saw Anthony Richardson tap himself out. It was a tough game. Joe Flacco came in, played the next 2 games, didn't play particularly well. Colts didn't play well. This game, Anthony Richardson, down 24-16, came up huge. You look at that game-winning drive. They need a touchdown to win. It's 27, 21, whatever. And he comes down and takes the team down the field and scores the game winner. Big plays all over the place. Talent, big plays to all of them. Josh Downs, the touchdown to Josh Downs, he got him, isolated against Isaiah Oliver on a little angle route to cut the lead right there, and then, the game winner was just a quarterback crack sweep, and they got good blocks on the outside by Ashton Doolin and Mo Alley Cox, and then Anthony Richardson just trucked 3 defenders to get into the end zone. But look, the Colts played with the rookie center, Tanner Bornolini. They played with Concalves at left tackle, 2 rookie offensive linemen, and they beat the Jets. They beat the Jets, basically knocking them out of the playoffs for the most part. 3-8, they got a bye week. Even if they win out and they win their last 6 and they get to 9-8, I don't think it's going to be enough. And then let's just talk about, I haven't watched the Bears yet, but I've watched the Packers offense. Matt LaFleur is just a great designer of plays. The way he's able to get the ball in space to different guys, whether it was Josh Jacobs or to, Christian Watson, for some big chunk yards, and then the big plays down the field to Watson, 48 yards down the field to Watson against double coverage. Jordan Love just let it fly. And then to get the ball to Watson again against Jalen Johnson on the game-winning drive, 60 yards. The Bears are, Jalen Johnson loses his feet. Elijah Hicks, the free safety, loses his feet. The guys are on the ground. They're on the ground way too much, and then, Jordan Love scrambles for 13 yards down to the 1, ends up winning the game, against the Bears on a 1-yard quarterback sneak. And they dominate the Bears. The Bears played good offensively. I'll get to that game. I'll talk to you about Caleb tomorrow. Haven't got to his performance. I know Tom Brady was announcing the game there at Soldier Field. And this thing is just going sideways. Ever since that Hail Mary loss to Washington, this team has just found ways to lose. But credit the Packers. Josh Jacobs had a great game. Josh Jacobs had 22 touches for 134 yards. Touchdown run up the middle, 7 yards up the middle. Well-blocked play. Tucker Kraft blocking, Zach Tom, a really well-blocked play. The rookie right guard. But credit Green Bay. They're a good football team. They find ways to win games. And they come off their bye week. They go to Chicago. They looked renewed, refreshed. Jordan Love played very well. They couldn't take the ball away. They made huge plays, one big play after another. You just go, man, they've got Christian Watson double covered down the field. And Jordan Love escapes the pocket and just lays it up there. And there's Kyler Gordon and Elijah Hicks right there to make a play. They couldn't make the play. Watson came down with it. Credit Green Bay. They made the big plays when they had to make them. They were down seemingly most of the game, and they kept coming back. So the Packers stay right on the heels of the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. The AFC North looking like the best division in all of football, although who knows what happens in the AFC West right now with what's going out there with the Chargers and the Broncos. Chiefs still at 9-1. That's a look. That's a look at Week 11. It's early. We'll be back here tomorrow to break down tonight's game. We'll break it all down tomorrow. Plus, a lot more action. The Chargers, what Seattle did to San Francisco, and a whole lot more. How Denver just annihilated the Atlanta Falcons. I'll break that all down tomorrow right here on the Best Football Show.